Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and this one is regarding what we perceive to be delays. And I think that what we perceive to be delays have got hidden gems, hidden treasures behind the perceived slowing of the manifestation that we're trying to achieve, whether that's our relationship, whether that's our dream home, whether that's our dream job. I've actually got an example for all three, and I feel that if I share that with you, it will help you to gain a better understanding and trust in your situation. Because I know that when you're in the midst of things not unfolding in the way that you want right now, it gets extremely real, just frustrating and hard and like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And trust me, I've been there. And through my experiences, I want to help you to clarify certain things in your life and trust that as long as you are open, because the real delays, the real slowing down of progress happens with your energy and your vibration and the signals and frequencies that you're sending out. What we perceive as delays aren't actually delays as such, but we can slow the process down if we are going to be in a bad energy, complaining all the time, saying bad things about our situation or even about our beloveds. Those kind of things will slow the process. But it's not the end of the world, because when you realize that you've done this, you can turn it around and actually change it altogether. So let's give you an example about the delays with regarding your dream home, perhaps. I know that when I found what I thought was my dream home, I had an idea about what I wanted. So I was looking at a bunch of flats, and I saw the one that I really wanted, and I could see myself living there. I even felt it during meditation that I was actually there, waking up there in the morning. It just felt so real. But then when I looked at the details about this particular flat apartment, it was already reserved. So what do? I don't allow it to influence me negatively. I just brush it off and I went, okay, well, if I can find something beautiful here, I'm sure that I'll find something equally beautiful. Let me just have another look. And so I found one next door that was very, very similar, but not quite the one that I wanted. But I thought, no, this will do. This is good. I like this too. But of course, I always held in my heart that the first choice was beautiful and was my dream. But then I, started my manifestation process, putting all the good vibes out there for me to get this new home. And what one would perceive as nothing happening, I was very chill about. I was like, do you know what? If this isn't happening right now, then the universe must be having something up their sleeve, maybe an even nicer surprise for me. So I'm not gonna stress out about it. It's all good. So there I am a month later, having another look at the website. I didn't have any sort of plan to really, the reason for looking was just to sit in that energy of the apartment and bask in just the vibrations that I'm feeling with regards to feeling really good, that I've managed to find something so awesome. And lo and behold, just out of curiosity, I was like, oh, let's have another look at the place that I really like, because that one's so cute and so pretty. And oh, let's just have another look. The reserve sign was taken off, it was available, and I then and there understood, oh my God, this is the reason why things did not seemingly happen during that month, even though I wanted it to so badly, but not resistantly. But yeah, the reason why nothing apparent happened on the physical plane for me to see with my physical eyes was because it was in the process of being made available, the one that I wanted. And so I now understand that that's a good thing. That perceived delay was actually to help me receive what I wanted. Same as with my job. I always dreaded having to hand in my resignation to my current, well, yeah, she's still my current manager. Things are swapping over in October. But basically, she's not a very approachable person. She's very, what one may perceive as scary. I'm not scared of her, but it's kind of like, ugh, I'd rather not deal with her if I could deal with someone else. I know that other people would be far more supportive. And so, whilst in line with me getting my dream place was also the thought of, you know what, if I can go at this, my business full time and not need my part time job anymore, I would happily hand in my resignation. But I know now why I wasn't able to do that for the longest time, because only, was it last week, I found out that I was being transferred into a team of actually someone who I find so much more approachable, so much more easygoing. He would make me, my transfer to being just full time self employed be so easy and supportive. And that's now the reason that I know that that was quote unquote delayed again, because it was to make life easy for me and to not leave that workplace with a dreaded feeling of, oh, this could have been better. I'll be able to leave it with a happy energy of, oh, this was good, because my last month was spent with someone who was very supportive and very encouraging of me. And this actually came about as well without resistance. When I thought, basically, I know for a fact that I manifested this, because I had a thought and it was not very long at all. It was maybe just a minute of me thinking this thought. But people were talking about him and saying, oh, there's going to be some team changes. And his team only had 2 people in it because the majority of people had already left, because he's so wanting people to move forward and find new jobs. And wouldn't it be funny if we all ended up in his team and then we all just left work? But this was a group of random people, right? So we didn't all end up in that team. But all I thought whilst people were talking was, wouldn't it be nice if I was in that team and that he made my transition to going different places easy for me? That's all the thought I gave it. I didn't procrastinate. I didn't meditate. I didn't write in my journal. I didn't do the 2-cup method. None of the rituals. No, nothing like that. Just one pure thought of maybe not even a minute long, just me saying, wouldn't it be nice if I was in that team? And then I could happily transition to a different part of my life through him making things so easy for me. That was all I thought. And lo and behold, about, oh, when was this? Maybe 4 or 5 weeks later, I get the news that I've been transferred into his team. And the same for my twin flame situation. Had we fully come together at the beginning, it would have been hard. There would have been boundaries. First of all, a geographical boundary in the way. And I know that I already had a long distance relationship once with somebody. That's hard work. And this time, quote unquote, apart has been so fruitful for me. I created a business. I am now doing the job that I love doing. I'm helping so many people. He's given me the opportunity to fine tune who I am. I wasn't happy anymore in the business that I was in. I felt like my talents were going to waste, even though I had studied for, a business degree. I didn't feel like I was using that to its full potential. I just felt like I had a dead end job when we met, and things were just not the way I wanted them to be. So, us taking this time, connected in spirit, but physically, what you may perceive as apart, was to create a better version of ourselves so that we can come together in a way that we could surprise each other with the transformation. Basically, we came together when we were caterpillars. We had to go into our separate cocoons to develop who we were, and now emerge as butterflies and come together in harmony, rather than what would be very difficult communication. Me not being able to express my unhappiness, and I know for him it would have been the same. But because we've managed to transform ourselves from within on our spiritual pathways, it's going to make coming together so much more of an exhilarating, freeing, and magnificent magical experience. It's not going to hold your typical problems that ordinary relationships do. it's going to be far more than that. It's going to be based on unconditional love. And most of all, most importantly, love for ourselves first and foremost. Most relationships are not based on self-love, you see. They are based on codependency. They are based on misunderstanding, neediness. And of course, you cannot flourish when you're being sucked dry by the other person's energy of, inadequacy, complacency, and neediness. You cannot thrive in that environment. So I fully understand now the quote unquote delay with the union part. And I'm actually grateful that it had to happen in this way. Now that I see the benefits of all these three situations, it has made me completely realize how amazing this was all planned out. And this will happen for you too. The universe has an amazing way of planning things that we cannot even perceive. And if we put an idea out there, if we plant our seed in the ground and wanting to manifest what it is that we are wanting, the universe is fully behind you already. But what we may not always perceive is the magical ways in which we will be encouraged to receive more than what we could have asked for. And that is the magic. And that is where we need to trust. So I hope that this message has helped you to gain a different perspective. You may not fully grasp it just yet if you're in the middle of a very painful situation, but I hope that it at least gives you hope to understand and to to understand and to trust in the universe able to give you more than what it is that you've asked for. You may have put a wish in for, I don't know, I'm just saying, a Mini Cooper, but the universe wants to give you a Lamborghini. Allow it to do it. Allow it to do it and see what unfolds. All you need to do is be chill about it. All you need to do is trust. Just breathe. Just allow yourself to receive, to flow like a water stream, like a river. There may be little stones in the river that you may perceive to be in your way, but if you relax and allow yourself to flow around the stones, then what you perceive as delays will actually work in your favor and show you that it was meant for a reason, and you will reap the benefits as long as you're not focused in a pessimistic viewpoint. I hope that this message has helped you. If you'd like to connect with me, then all my details are in the link. Thank you also very much for watching and have a beautiful day. Namaste.